Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. Awesome. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Happy Friday. All right. Good to see everybody. Got a great
Frank.
morning. And now we've got Frank Klesitz in the house. Trevor, how are you today?
I'm great, Tom. How are
Good,
you
good,
doing? Thank
awesome.
you for asking.
Doing great. Hey, Jeff Sutherland is in the house. Russ, good morning.
Yeah.
We got James, Julie. How's it going? Joseph, how you doing, man? Kenny, what's up? Turn on your video. Turn on your moneymaker. Dean Bagneski's in the house. Are you on the plane right now, Dean? Are you flying from LA? Yeah, I think he's on a plane right now, so he's got to keep it silent. Frank, how are you this morning? Okay. You're muted. You're muted. I can't hear you.
Everyone, I apologize. My computer decided to reboot and I got that giant blue screen. So I grabbed my, laptop. I'm here.
Okay, well, he is here. The legend, the man, the myth. So good morning, everyone. It's Friday. Happy Friday, Freedom Friday. It's August the 25th. And got Frank Klesitz in the house. He spoke a couple of months ago and backed by popular demand. So Frank, if you could first share just a little bit about yourself, and let's jump right into the 36 touch to get listings.
Great. So I apologize for being a bit late on the emergency laptop. I'm here. 15 years, all I've been doing is marketing top real estate professionals around the country. Tom Days being one of our customers. I have an advertising agency. About 50 people work here, called Viral Marketing, VYRAL Marketing. You can go to getviral.com. You can see it all there. The reason I found the need in the marketplace where you need a really good quality, not sending out canned stuff, nurture program for your whole database, specifically all the contacts in your cell phone, all the contacts in your Gmail, all the contacts in your CRM, all the contacts in your home value nurtures, buyer lead generation programs. I could take any one of you through and pull how many contacts you have in your cell phone, how many contacts in your Gmail, Outlook, CRM. All right. And there's a significant number of people that are not hearing from you like they probably should be. And the way you do that is start by answering commonly asked questions on video. You start publishing helpful materials about what's going on in the market, but it's something you create right on your cell phone. And you record the videos and you edit them and send them out. That's what Viral does. All right. So for 15 years, I just had the fortune of networking with all the top realtors in the United States at all the conferences, working as clients and friends and really getting to know the nitty gritty of the businesses. So I've picked up on some common patterns that after spending Lord knows how much money and time, seeing everyone trying to succeed, make a decent living without killing themselves in real estate, right? Truth when you find those patterns. And I want to give some of that truth to you today on a system that every single one of you needs to get in place, because we probably have to step up our game when the market isn't as hot and you have to talk to more people to find somebody who actually is motivated to buy or sell. And the phone, you're not getting as many inbound leads. You have to kind of go swim out to your ship. We need to get some marketing systems in place. And there's really kind of two basic systems for those of you that have ever read the book, The $1 Million Real Estate Agent or The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, written by Gary Keller, kind of for all of us OGs in the business, kind of the Bible of real estate, written in the mid 2000s. There we go, Tom. That's what I'm talking about. I would recommend go get that book and go open the lead generation model. And whether you read it now or you read it 100 years from now, or you read it 1,000 years from now, it will not change that model. You might be sending out holograms as opposed to videos, but I promise you the model won't change. So the two things you have to have in place to get some listings and to get some buyers is I don't know if it's first, but one of the two is you need a good haven't met strategy. Tom, I think we actually have a call to talk about this, don't we?
That's right. Monday
You
morning.
need a way to, let's just talk listings. Let's be specific. you need a farm, you need a zip code or zip codes, or you need a demographic, but you need the first name, last name, property address, and mailing address of a homeowner that's probably older, has lived there for more than 10 years, that might want to sell their house at some point. And there's lots of ways to build that list. You need to have that list. And Tom will talk about that for you in Sacramento, which zip code, which area, what's the likely to sell list. But from a couple hundred to several thousand, every single one of you need a spreadsheet on your desktops of this is the target market of people that I don't know that are documented homeowners that had the equity to pay me, that are probably in a life situation or in an area that, given everything else equal, probably a little more likely to sell their house than just any random homeowner. Are we clear on that? If you don't have that, you're missing out on like the absolute fundamentals of being a realtor. So it's like getting back, we've been playing basketball, we've been winning games. We're going to start with like putting our shoes on right, how to dribble the basketball. So I won't go too deep into that, but every single one of you needs a target market of documented homeowners that you're going to go after and attack on a narrow front to get them to talk to you about selling. And you're going to put offers in front of those homeowners, whether it's through phone calls or email or text, legally, direct mail, saying, hey, I'm holding a seller workshop. Do you want a free ticket to learn all your options to sell? Hey, would you like to know what your home is worth? I can tell you what your home would sell for. Hey, I have buyers. I can get you an off-market cash offer, et cetera, et cetera. You put those offers in front of that farm using the media of your choice, all right, to get response. Fair enough? So step number one is picking a bunch of strangers who have likely have the problem you solve, reaching out to them with an immediate offer in some way to get response. Yes, I would like to attend your seller workshop. Yes, I'd like to know what my home is worth. Yes, I'd like to get an off-market cash offer. Boom. So now you're building your database of the right people, homeowners who are likely to sell. Are we clear? That's kind of maybe one of the first steps of getting that system in place. Now that we're building the database and we're getting some response, not only do we take all those people responding from your farm or talking to you or giving you permission to stay in touch, but we also take all of your past clients, all of your centers of influence, all of your leads. We make this nice little cocktail of all those contacts, plus the people coming in from the haven't met marketing you're doing. Got it? And you load them into Facebook as an audience for retargeting. You load them into an email marketing program to send them emails. You load them maybe into a CRM to call them, and then you maybe even do a little bit of direct mail to them as well, whatever. But you now need a long-term touch program to position yourself as the guest and not the pest with all of them, that when they're ready to spend money on real estate and services, you're the one they call. And you're the one that gets the listing because they have a relationship with you. They know you. They spent time with you. They've seen your stuff. You're the go-to person. And that's called your METs. So in that book that Tom held up, you absolutely need a strategy of how you're going to break into your habit METs. That's in the book. Got it? So you're building your database of the right people, which is kind of the antithesis of all these shady lead generation companies like selling you buyer leads that won't tell you how they're generated. There was one client of mine that was buying buyer leads that couldn't get him to convert. And he was thinking like it was like their conversion process or their ISAs, their agents weren't doing their jobs. Like, wait a minute. How are they generating these buyer leads? And they wouldn't really tell you, right? But I figured it out. It was no down payment assistance buyer leads. So the agents were just writing checks for people that needed down payment assistance and credit repair to buy a house. Right? So it goes to say, are we building your database of the right people? Sellers likely to sell. Got it? All right. The strategy that I'll recommend there that's going to work the best, given the days of loading up a bunch of phone numbers and dialers are coming near the end with all the litigation, it's probably door knocking or sending letters or flyers. Fair enough? So probably the preferred method of breaking into the farm is you gotta go knock on the door, put a flyer there, put a sign out, or send a letter with the message. Would you like to know what your home is worth? Would you like to attend my seller workshop? Would you like maybe a listing renovation consultation of what improvements our contractors can make if you're thinking about fixing up your property? Okay. So now, which is why we're here, we have strangers calling you to build your list. We've also rounded up all your past clients in your sphere and everyone you know from maybe your cell phone contacts, maybe your Gmail, Outlook, CRM. All right. And now you need to have what I would call, what is called in the book, a 33 touch. It's actually been expanded to a 36 touch. You need a 36 touch long-term nurture campaign for all those people. Got it? You got to stay in touch with them. And you got to do it a lot more than you're comfortable. If you're comfortable with the frequency, it's not enough. I really want to be clear on that. If you're comfortable with the amount of communication that the database is getting from you, it's not enough. You have to push it to the point where the frequency of the communication is to the point of discomfort for you. And then it'll probably be at a minimum for them. Okay. So we recommend about that list hears from you, you know, what, every 2 to 3 weeks, they're getting a message from you, an email, a call, a letter, something. You're popping up on social media. Got it? So what is that plan? Now there's many plans. I'm going to give you ours, the one that's worked very well at Viral. And the answer probably lies for that plan, that 36 touch, somewhere in the plan I'm going to give you with some degree of variance. So I'm going to give you the plan. 2 educational videos a month and 1 lead generation message. That's the plan. That's why you're here. You're going to have a plan to build your database from the Have It Mets. Then you're going to round up everyone you've ever met in your entire life, throw them into a list, and you're going to send them all 2 educational videos a month and 1 lead generation message a month. 3 messages, 3 separate emails, 3 social media posts. And I could even go so far as to put all 3 of those messages in a letter and physically mail it to your top contacts once a month. Okay. So let's talk about the topics. Everyone pull up your chat. Tom, can everybody, everyone can write something in the chat, can they?
Yep, correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Everyone write the #1 question they're getting right now from sellers. Go, write it. What's the #1 question you're getting from sellers? Write it in the chat. Let's go. #1 question. What's a question you're getting on listing presentations? What's a question you're getting on the phone? An actual question. Think about actual questions you're getting. Please write them in the chat. Come on, everybody. Think it through. Look at your Google Calendar, meetings you've had. What's the question on people's mind? Now, on larger webinars, I get like, 90 of these things coming in. All right. Great question, Eric. Great question, Dean. Great question, Dean. Especially with 8% interest rates, I probably just put it in bonds, buy some treasury bills. Yeah. Good. Any more? Beautiful. I 100% guarantee you, cross my heart, that if you make a video at that topic, and that's the topic of your video that you give an answer to and email it to your list, it will be completely relevant. Those are the topics. Got it? And we can sit here all day long using ChatGPT and Google and all these other ways of finding topics, but that's all you need. You guys have everything you need to get started of pulling out your cell phone and without going into the details, just, hey, I'm asked this question. Let me give you an answer. Put it up on YouTube, put it up on your page, email it out. All right. I just sent out an email this morning. I'll give you an idea of what it looks like just because it's easy for me to show it to you. But you can look just something like this. So there's your logo, new Q&A video. Here's the question. Here's you answering it. Watch my answer. Here's a little bit. Contact me if you want to sell your house. See that? Something like that. And they click it. Where does it go? Goes right back to your website. They can watch the video, get to know you, builds a relationship, right? That's the gist. Now, that's my example with a client interview, but it's the same idea of twice a month, your whole list gets a message like that with you laying down the knowledge. You guys like that? Twice a month. And sure, you want to make a short reel out of it. You want to post it on 5,000 social media accounts. You want to retarget it. Yes, 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 to the point of diminishing returns. But it doesn't get around the fact you need to build the list of the right people. You need to round up your list. You need to put it somewhere. And you have to commit to yourself to make 2 educational videos worth watching a month. And at least get it on YouTube and email it out and maybe post it on social media. And could you take it from there? Sure. But there becomes a point of diminishing marginal returns the farther you go down that path and make that sausage. All right. So twice a month, let's call it the 1st and 15th. You're going to schedule 1 appointment a month for your video shoot with yourself or with us. We do that with you. We actually use a cool product. If you're not going to, you can hire Viral, you can use your marketing assistant. It doesn't really matter, but you need to sit down and shoot video. And it's nice to have someone to shoot it with you. So I love this product called Riverside. It's kind of like a super high quality Zoom meeting where you can get a little video buddy and you guys sit down and help each other out. And you just install the mobile app on your phone and just use your phone as a tripod and you guys record your videos together and you're done. It's great. All of you have a multi-million-dollar video studio in your phones. You don't need anything else, just your phone. Someone to sit down and do it with you and a tripod. Fair enough? And a topic. And it's just, let me say this on video and then I'll be done with this. If you study successful people and you look at what they do with their time and just model their behaviors, they're great communicators. Where you start with communication face-to-face because you get feedback, and then you move to communication over the phone where there's less nonverbal feedback. Then you start moving to like one-to-many communication, like maybe like it's an in-room seminar. And then the holy of holies of communication is media, writing a letter, making a video, extreme one-to-many communication where you really scale. Your income is pretty close to your communication skill of how far you can move up the ladder of skill of communicating from like one-to-one face-to-face is where you start, which is the best. But ultimately to, can I effectively publish and demonstrate my expertise at scale through content? And that's why I want you guys to think about if you're reaching a ceiling in your business, it might be because of you, right? And one of those things is I need to get out of the one-to-one foundation and move our way up the communication ladder. So that'll just give you some thoughts on your ability to do video is a very personal development choice to become a better communicator. All right. So 2 videos a month, 3rd message a month, lead generation message. Okay. This is a Facebook post. This is an email. This is a message that goes out that makes an offer for immediate response. So let me give you the offers for immediate response that work really well. Think of this as an email. Hey, home prices are kind of all over the place. No one really knows what's going on, but I do because I'm talking to buyers every day. And if you'd like to find out what your home is actually worth, I'll tell you for free. So click here. If you'd like to know your home's current value, want to buy or pay for it, click here, enter your information, and I'll give you a call, factor in the unique features of your home and tell you what it's worth. And then you can make a smart decision when it comes to moving, refinancing, or whatever you want to do with your asset. Fair enough? You send that out to your database, people click it and they go back to a form, whatever form you want to use. Those are good leads. Can we all agree? Next offer. Hey, I like, hey, that's how I just start my radio ads. Hey, are you actually thinking of selling your home? Maybe you're confused of all the options out there. Well, I'm doing a workshop. I'm doing a little webinar, doing a seller webinar where I'm going to answer the top 10 questions that sellers are asking or should be asking. That if you don't answer correctly is going to cost you a lot of money on your home sale, especially when interest rates are pushing 8% with buyers. There's also a lot of You're probably getting lots of mail and calls too about selling. Do you want to take the low ball investor offer? Do you want to fix your home up before you sell it? You want to list with an agent? You're going to pay a full commission, cut rate commission, flat rate commission. Options are overwhelming, and I will help you understand all of them. So I invite you to get a free ticket to my seller workshop coming up this date and time. I will help you understand all of your options to make the best decision for your situation. Please register now. Get a ticket. How's that sound? We email that out, that hits. You get leads. Post on Facebook, you get leads. All right. Third message. Hey, are you terrified of the idea of strangers walking through your home and having to pack up your family in the car and drive around while we do showings and deals falling through and just the whole process of selling your home traditionally, like you think you normally would with a realtor, feel a bit overwhelming and stressful? I gotcha. I got off-market buyers. I can get you an instant cash offer on your home. Well, not instant. I could probably do it in 2 or 3 days. So if you give me 2 or 3 days to look at the home, I can actually get you an off-market offer from either an institution, a local investor, we buy houses people, or I have a private VIP buyer list of people that are pre-vetted, pre-approved, ready to go that can write an offer. And that way you can do the whole transaction, bypass the traditional market, do it off market, easy peasy. Yeah, might not be your highest price, but it's your absolute best terms. And that's important to you. I do have that solution. So you can click here to request an off-market cash offer right now to find out what a buyer will pay for your home without having to go through any of the hassle of a traditional sale like you typically would think a realtor would take you through. How's that? So those messages, sending out a message like that once a month to your list and posting online spikes lead generation, right? People click the link and they go opt into a form. All right. So when you have a plan to work your haven't mets to build a list, and then you reconnect with all your existing people, and you put this 36 touch plan in place of 2 videos a month and 1 lead generation message, people watch it. Or if they don't, probably get out of the business because you can track it. Like you'll see, are people clicking it? Are they watching it? Are they engaging? This is all, it's all tracked. You know what I'm saying? It's like people will watch it and you can see the metrics. So what do you do with that information? What's the whole point? Well, it's to get leads, right? It's to be a lot more efficient. So instead of having a bunch of cold calls or chase a bunch of upstream buyer leads and like having to spend 8 hours a day trying to prove yourself to strangers, which is exhausting and time consuming. And the number one reason why most people leave the business because it's psychological hell doing that over a long period of time, right? And that's why you have to have the meetings to get pumped up and every again, because you're going out as a salesperson having to slay rejection all day long. But if you do the 36 touch program, you can get a list of all the people that watched your videos. So let's just say you send out a video on the 3 things you must absolutely know before you sell your house. Wouldn't you like to know everyone that clicked through to watch that, to actually spend time with you online and knows who you are, so you're the guest, not the pest? Right? That email is kind of shaking the trees from your list. And then when you send that email out and you see all these registrations come in to find out what their home is worth, they literally put in their phone number, their email, and contact information for you to contact them. Aren't you the guest, not the pest, when you're following up with those people? Right? And you have to make a lot less calls and a lot less emails to get a quality conversation. That's what marketing is supposed to do. It's supposed to shake the trees to find to separate the interested from the not interested, and hopefully warm up the interested where they spend some time with you online to build a relationship with you online. So by the time they get on the phone call with you, it's a pretty solid conversation. You all need this. I sell it. You don't have to pay me, but you can hire literally anyone. Social media marketer, marketing intern, do it yourself. I wanted to give you the principles and the recipe so you kind of know what to do today. Sound good, Tom?
Yeah,
and
that sounds
the
good.
tyranny of the how of the execution, everyone kind of has to figure out how to do it, or if they want to. How's that?
Oh,
Questions?
that's great. Questions. Let's go rapid fire. I know you've got a few of them. We've got the man on.
Thank you. And by the way, if you guys want 8 hours of in-depth training on everything we covered today, it's all right here. You can go right here and watch it all. There you go. So
Great.
Yep.
Frank, got a question for you. So I'm driving in LA, but I work a full-time job,
Mhm.
and recently, once the interest rates went up, and I specialize in selling duplexes and small investment properties. What
Got
would
it.
you charge? What would you charge to take over my marketing, as you're discussing?
It's the same price. So it's on the website. Just go to getviral.com/pricing. It's all there. Okay. There's a 90-day money back guarantee. So if you don't make the return on this in 90 days, I refund all of your money. So there's no worries
Wow.
about spending money with us and it not working. It's impossible. Like, I challenge you to lose money hiring us. So there's a 90-day money back guarantee. If it doesn't work out, you don't get the return, I refund all your money. So don't let that be a worry of spending the money and it not working. Okay. But what I would tell you is I probably can't help you exactly with that. I recommend you go sign up for PropStream, PROPSTREAM, or go sign up for Property Radar, or go log into your MLS in LA, which they might have Remine, REMINE. And if you're really getting in the commercial game, I would check out Reonomy, REANOMY.
Okay.
And
Can you put some of that in the chat?
Yeah, you need to get a list. You need to get a list of all those owners. So PropStream, you need to get a list of all those owners. Property Radar, Remine. Okay.
Yeah.
And in LA or whatever area you're going to work, or zip codes, you need to go run a list of those buildings. They're probably going to come back in LLCs. You're going to have to go look them up and skip trace and find these owners. It's not easy. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you're going to have to reach out to them. In my opinion, the number one thing that gets a landlord to respond: government bills. What's going through the government? What legislation's coming through that's going to hurt their income? And you educate them on legislation to be the landlord's advocate.
Okay, gotcha. Like,
I'm telling, yeah, like whatever. I mean, rent ordinance, rent going up, rent control, like kind of like publish information about what's going on with almost maybe partnering with a landlord tenant attorney and start educating them on that. And that's, of all the content you can send landlords, that is what pulls.
That makes sense. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, short and brief, and
yeah, like, hey, I specialize working with small landlords in LA. I'm your advocate. I'll help you sell it, refinance it, move your money to something else, whatever. But I know what's up, and I speak the language of landlord, and the city's always after you.
Right.
Especially LA.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm in Placer County. I'm just down here working, but yes.
Yeah. So there you go. That's where I would start. I would start with your have it met plan. Okay.
Yep. Sounds good.
And that's where you go to pull that information. One more question.
One more. Let's go. Rapid fire.
Where would you start? Where would you recommend starting? Like, if you only have a limited time, what's the first bit, how do you?
Gotcha. I would reach out to us for a free email to your database. Here. This is what I would do. The fastest path to the cash right now is getting all the contacts out of your cell phone, getting all the contacts out of your Gmail, all the contacts out of your CRM into spreadsheets on your desktop. And then we're going to scrub them through a service called neverbounce.com to remove all the bad emails. And we load them into an email program. And we send everyone an email saying that you're not a secret agent and you exist. And then if you have any questions about buy or selling, to call me, and I look forward to staying in better touch with you. And if you want to find out what your home is worth, you can click here. If you want to search for homes, you can click here. Got it? You get a reconnect email as fast as possible out to your whole list. So if you go there, message us, we'll do it for free. How's that?
Sounds great.
Awesome. Frank, thank you so much. If any of you have any questions, reach out to Frank or myself. I think he dropped some bombs. He dropped some nuggets. The one takeaway is you have to get uncomfortable. And it goes back to John Maxwell. Anything you want and need, is just beyond your comfort level. So if you're comfortable with the amount of frequency that you're connecting with your contacts now, it's probably not enough. You have to, especially in this market right now.
Yeah.
So push it up a notch. Let's make it happen. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend.
Good job, everybody. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate y'all.
See you
See you,
guys.
bye.
Bye now.